What if I told you that one speech could help shake an entire region? What if words spoken in one hall echoed across streets, squares, and nations? In 2009, the Middle East was quiet on the surface, but underneath it was boiling. And then, one speech changed everything. In June 2009, Barack Obama stood in Cairo and spoke directly to the Muslim world. It was calm, it was respectful, and it was unlike anything many people in the region had heard before. But to understand why that speech mattered, we need to go back. Before 2010, much of the Arab world was ruled by strongmen, leaders who had been in power for decades. Elections existed, but real choice did not. Corruption was everywhere. Jobs were scarce, especially for young people. In some countries, youth unemployment reached nearly 40%. People were angry, but afraid. Protests were crushed. Media was controlled. And many leaders used fear of the West to justify their rule. At the same time, something new was spreading. Social media, Facebook pages, Twitter posts, videos shared faster than governments could stop them. For the first time, ordinary people could organize without permission. When Barack Obama was elected president, many across the Middle East felt something new. Hope. They believed the United States might stop backing dictators and start listening to people. Then came June 4, 2009. In Cairo, Obama gave what became known as the New Beginning speech. He spoke about mutual respect between Islam and the West. He rejected the idea that Muslims and Americans must be enemies. This alone challenged decades of political propaganda. Then he said something more powerful. He said no government should be imposed from outside. But he also said people have universal rights. Rights to speak, rights to choose their leaders, rights to live with dignity. For millions watching, this felt like permission. Permission to demand more. He spoke about women's rights. He spoke about education. He spoke about young people shaping their future. In a region where over 60% of the population was under 30, those words mattered. The speech spread everywhere. Televisions replayed it. Clips went viral online. Activists discussed it in cafes and chat rooms. But words alone do not start revolutions. In December 2010, in Tunisia, a young street vendor named Mohamed Bouaziz had his goods confiscated by police. Humiliated and desperate, he set himself on fire. His death shocked the nation. Protests exploded. Within weeks, Tunisia's president fled the country. For the first time, people saw that change was possible. Then came Egypt. In January 2011, massive crowds filled Tahrir Square. They demanded the end of corruption. They demanded freedom. After just 18 days, President Hosni Mubarak stepped down. The dominoes began to fall. In Libya, protests turned into war. With NATO involvement, longtime ruler Muammar Gaddafi was killed in 2011. In Syria, demonstrations were met with brutal force. President Bashar al-Assad refused to step aside. The country collapsed into a devastating civil war. Yemen followed. Bahrain saw unrest. Jordan and Morocco rushed reforms to calm the streets. By 2012, 4 dictators were gone. The Arab Spring had reshaped the region. Many protesters echoed ideas from Obama's speech: dignity, rights, the belief that the world was watching. But history has a cruel twist. While Tunisia slowly built a democratic system, other countries fell into chaos. Power vacuums opened. Extremist groups rose. One of them became known globally as ISIS. Millions were displaced. The Syrian war alone killed hundreds of thousands. Refugees fled toward Europe in numbers not seen since World War II. Libya became a fractured state. Egypt returned to military rule. Hope faded for many. The irony was painful. A speech meant to open a new era had helped unlock forces no one could fully control. Yet the story does not end there. The Arab Spring proved something powerful. That fear can break. That silence can end. That words, when spoken at the right moment, can inspire millions. Today, echoes of those uprisings can still be heard. From protests in Iran, to movements in Sudan, to youth activism across the region. The lesson is simple and complicated at the same time. Words can change history. But building a better future takes far more than a speech. One speech helped light the fire. The world is still living with the flames. Your support helps us continue to bring these important stories to light. Stay informed and stay engaged.